considering it takes like 4 seconds to sink it, and probably more than that to deal with splitting it. Anyway, off we go. We are going to head to the... what direction are we going to head? We're going to head this way, I guess, up to the top left of this area for an Albed Primer and treasure chest right there, being sneaky. Level 2 Key Sphere. Key Spheres are always good to have. Keep in mind there are, if I recall, stronger enemies in the top left area, so do be careful going this way. There's, I think there's Malboros in this area, and there's one right there. How much health does this thing have? Do I have anyone with sensor? I don't think I do anymore. Riku, do you have it? No, no one has sense. Okay. Well, let's do this. Just Delay Buster. Hopefully that works. Delay Buster is 0 damage, really? It's 27,000 hit points. Apparently Tidus has sensor. Delay Buster is a stronger version of Delay Strike, so it has a higher delay effect. I'm just gonna attack. What are you weak to? Weak to fire. This is... I'm terrible at these still, so let me see if I can do this right at all. 4... No, I'm still terrible at it. I should get like a macro that spins it for me. Regardless, that's still probably more damage than she would have done before. Does Delay Buster not work on this thing? I don't know if it does or not. He's doing 0 damage because it nullifies water, and that is the damage on his weapon. So it's immune to, I believe, nearly all status ailments, like dark and stuff like that. I think it's not immune to silence. This is gonna go well, I'm sure, because it's gonna do that. If it does this move, prepare to have 8 million status ailments. Like that. So what I usually do, if possible, is just swap out to some other portion of the party. Sadly, Lulu is berserked. She's not gonna hit anything, or do any damage anyway. Yeah. And Auron is confused. Auron is still confused because he's blind and not going to hit himself. Let's see if I can do something here. I don't remember what you can steal from these guys, but I would like for him to die. This is his normal attack right here. He shoots eyeball juice at you. I'm not really sure how that does any sort of damage, but whatever. And terrible AP for what the effort is required to kill those things sometimes. Especially if they get your entire party dark, confused, or berserked, or all of the above. Because then you're just all sorts of screwed. Let's see, I think it's this way for the book. There it is. Very edge of the area. We get that book, and now we're in Albed Uniden. And this thing again, and we're ambushed. At least it didn't do bad breath at the very beginning. I'm just gonna run away from this one. Because let's face it, it is not worth any sort of effort. No special. Confused the crap out of myself with my controls there. And continue on to Mr. Chocobo Man over here. Hello? I want to ride a chocobo. That they are. Let me train one. This is what you want to do to start the chocobo minigame. Chocobo training minigame. Yes, I want to try. It also gives you access to chocobos, which is what I will be using 90% of the time to travel around this place, because otherwise it's way too big for way too crappy experience to be wandering around. There are 4 versions of it, I think. Maybe, yeah, I think there's 4 versions of this, and it gets progressively harder each version. You get progressively, better stuff. This is a, this one's actually called Wobbly Chocobo for some reason, but... And it will just run forward automatically, and just run whichever direction it basically feels like. We have to beat some time that I just skipped for some reason, but we are good to go. Off we go. You're supposed to just keep it between the balloons going as straight as possible. It's really quite hard, I might say. Yeep, 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 yeep. And did we get in the right time? 12-2? Hey, we beat it. Good job, us. You can keep doing these and get additional loot. I think just one additional time, I'm not sure. This one, I believe we get an elixir and then an X potion if we do it again. Whenever you tie or break your record, you'll get a prize like this. Elixir. Let's do something else. That is the Wobbly. We are going to do the Dodger. We are going to do all but the last, theoretically anyway, all but the last part of this mini game right now. Okay. Let's begin, shall we? As ready as ever. Same thing, except we have to dodge balls. There's some sort of pattern involved to this, and I don't remember what it is, but just basically zigzag back and forth, I guess, seems to be working. Go, Chocobo, go! Don't hit me, I'm right here. Okay, I almost got hit at the end there, that would have sucked. Just zigzag back and forth appears to have worked. Yep. Plenty of time. If you don't get hit at all in these games, is the best way to go about it, so. Here's your prize! Level 1 key sphere. And from there it goes to level 2 key sphere and then level 3 key sphere. So we're going to move on to Hyper Dodger Chocobo, which is even worse. Balls and things come flying. That just sounds thrilling, does it not? I just can't wait to be dodging balls and things that are flying around. Indeed. Ready as ever. I believe you have a bit more control over your Chocobo in this one. In fact, pretty sure it's near perfect, but this is really hard because the balls explode into a bunch of balls and the birds are like heat-seeking missiles. It's obnoxious. See? Luckily, I believe you can get hit 3 times there and still potentially make it. I'm not sure exactly, but did I make it? I tied it. Hey, it counted. Sweet Jesus. So it looks like you can get hit 2 times and still potentially make it. Those birds will be the death of me for this the last part of this minigame. The last part is a race with the trainer. The goal, my goal, well, the goal of the minigame is to beat her, which isn't really that difficult. But the goal to get Tidus' Ultimate Weapon is 0 seconds final time, which is obscene. And we're done. Because all I wanted was to, for right now, get the Chocobo trained. Hi there, yes, let me ride one. I don't know, like, just Chocobo runs up and she doesn't even do anything, but whatever. So now your Chocobo, you get no random encounters on Chocobos, and it is holy crap Jesus faster. So that's fantastic. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to that bottom corner and get those treasure chests I talked about. That thing on the right of me right here is a another minigame area, as well as a side quest thing. It's an old abandoned temple, I believe, where Belgiumine is, and you can fight all of the summons there, and you get some sort of fancy special prize for it. I don't remember what. We're gonna do that later. To get up there, there is a Chocobo feather, I think, somewhere around here. Where is it? I can't remember where it is, but there's a Chocobo feather somewhere around there. We'll come back to that. Our next stop is this place here. And this is the Monster Arena, which is fun times. Whenever you get to un éxito, your Chocobo you just automatically hop off the Chocobo. So. Training Arena. Good job, dude. I don't know how you managed to screw up and get all of the fiends away. Maybe that's why they're all over the place. Sure. And that is the interesting thing about this arena, is you can steal and win standard stuff in these fights as if you were fighting them in the wild. So it's a really good thing to go and catch some monsters. That way you can just come here if you need to steal, you know, 20 different items real quick. And you can also get special monsters that are only available here, some of which are extremely difficult, but give some really, really good loot. The bad thing is you have to catch monsters with a weapon that has tame or capture on it or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but usually those weapons are weaker than your standard weapons. So 9 species in the Comland. I'll give you a bonus when you get all of them, including the Malboro, by the way. Yes, you've already mentioned that. He's selling some at a special price. Fantastic. You can just go ahead and get 1 or 2. I'm going to go ahead and get... I meant to equip that, but I'm going to go ahead and get 1 for Auron, Waka, and Tidus. The tricky part is capturing the elemental dudes. And we're off. He's blocking a save sphere because he's obnoxious like that. That's just how he rolls. Let's equip Tidus's capture weapon. Lullaby Steel. Sleep Touch. That's actually kind of cool. They do have an open slot, so you can customize them. I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm just going to do a few circles here, get in one fight to show it to you, and see what is what there. I'll do basically all of the capturing off screen. So. I don't know how much health these things have, but we should be able to kill one of them before it gets a turn in. There we go. And it'll say captured, and it'll fade away. I don't know if you get experience for captured monsters, but you need to capture, well, you don't need to capture, but recommend you just keep capturing them until you have 10. If you have like a notepad or something open or whatever, I recommend you just jot them down. Apparently you do get experience for it. Jot down what you've captured and whatnot if you need to. For these first monsters here, where he just asks you to capture one of each, you can come back to him. He'll tell you how many you've captured. Do this, and it'll show you the fiends you've captured so far, and how many you've captured, apparently. I don't know if that actually does it for all of them. I don't recall it doing that for all the areas, but you get a special something for capturing 10 of every creature. I'm not sure, I can't remember what exactly it is, but for now, that is all we want from that guy. Let's see, how many spheres does Lulu have? Not enough. I'm actually going to... This was a shorter session than I thought, because Comlands has a bunch of stuff I'm going to do off-screen, like the Chocobo race, for instance, and monster hunting. I'm not going to show you basically any of the monster hunting. It's basically just me doing random encounters with capture weapons. Nothing real special, but I'm going to end this here. This is way shorter than I was expecting it to be, but we'll have some tomorrow for those of you on the live stream. Get off your Chocobo, Tidus. So those of you on the live stream that are watching, there will be some tomorrow, and the day after that, etc., etc. This is the end of this session, so I will see you guys next time.